All right, guys. Hey, everyone. This is Jeff Dietrich. How's it going? Good to have everyone on the line. I still see a lot of people logging in. We're getting more and more people. All right, this is going to be a good one today. We're going to be getting started in just a couple seconds. All right, can everyone hear me? I should always check that first, I guess. All right. Hey, Jim. Hey, Connie. All right, I want to congratulate everyone for being on today. Are you guys fired up? Put yes in the comment box if you are. All right, make sure you're taking notes also. Um, you're going to be learning stuff that really you can immediately add into your business. All right, yeah, let's turn off all distractions, put down the phone, shut down Facebook. Um, uh, just give me an hour of my time and of your time, and you're going to really come away with actionable steps that you're going to be able to put right into your business that's going to be able to increase sales. And if you don't have a business yet, then this is going to be a great way for you to start your business. All right, the title of my presentation is My Strange Opposite Customer Hack That Increased My Sales by $985,110.60 in just 1 year, and how you can easily copy it to double your sales without spending any extra money. The concept I'm about to teach you, they're the same across all businesses. I've personally used it for pizza, yogurt, fitness clubs, internet marketing, online selling of products and software, my medical weight loss clinics, and that's just my business. This will work across, any niche that you can think of. All right, let's start with a promise. Promise to keep this to yourself. After you learn this, you're going to be able to increase your business, 20, 40%, even 100%. But I want you to keep this to yourself. You don't want your competitors to find out about this. Business is war. They want to crush you. You need to want to crush them. Do you really think Walmart cares about, local mom and pop stores? They don't. When I had my pizza restaurants that you're going to be hearing about here very shortly, we used to celebrate when a pizza place went out of business. This is war. I need everyone to make this promise. I'm going to be sharing information that has taken me 30 years to learn. So I only want those of you on this webinar to discover it. All right, good. All right, let's start off with earnings disclaimer here. By watching this presentation, I promise you that you're not going to make that $985,000 tomorrow. That's not the goal of this class. When I first started, I wanted beer money. So this is back in 1985, a long time ago. In college, saw a sign on a bulletin board, myself and my roommate. It said DJ wanted. We called them up and they said, "Oh, how much do you guys charge?" And we're like, we kind of looked at each other like we're like, how about $10 and all the beer we can drink? And that's actually how we started. Now, granted, we didn't have anything. We didn't have equipment. We had to borrow all our equipment, speakers. We went around to our dorm floor and borrowed other albums. And we actually ended up drinking so much beer on the way back, we dropped our RA's turntable and broke the plastic cover. So it ended up, we got the $10 that night, but we ended up having to buy a new one for $27. But we had a blast and we saw the potential. And that's kind of really how I started in business. It's a weird story, but that's how we started. Then really quickly, my goal became that I never wanted to have a boss. We took that one stupid little $10 gig that we had. We ended up buying equipment at the end of our college senior year, so 2.5 years later. We had 2 vans. We had equipment to do 4 shows a night. We had yellow page ads. We had radio ads. We had a total of 7 DJs, us 2 and 5 others. And we even traveled around not only did we service the 40,000 students at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, but we also went all over the state doing weddings, class reunions. We just had a blast. But it all started with that looking at that original sign. And I knew there was no turning back. There was no way that I ever wanted to ever work for someone else. Now, one secret I did have that came out of all of that was, and not many people know this, my friends do because they make sure they make fun of me at least a couple times a year about this, but I never graduated college. You needed 120 credits to graduate. My final senior year had a summer, taking classes during the summer. I needed 4 credits, 3 credits for, I think it was any advanced class, and then 1 credit I took tennis. 3 weeks before, maybe even 2.5 weeks before I'm supposed to graduate, I open up a letter from the university and it said that that 1 credit class counted toward my GPA, but it did not count toward my credits. Well, we were already planning on trying to, create a business right out of college. I tried to go back and get that credit, but we were on the road and it never worked out. So I'm still 1 credit short. A little embarrassing, but I really didn't need it because I knew ultimately the knowledge that I'm going to show you today that I've learned over 33 plus years that I can walk into any business and I can buy that business and almost instantly turn around their sales. I can increase it, 20%, 30%, 40% in no time at all because I have done this exact same thing over and over and over again. So I'm going to be sharing some of those ideas and tips and secrets with you. One cool thing about being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, some of you already know this, some of you are just exploring this whole idea of being an entrepreneur, but you can control your own life. I've never filled out a resume in my life. Other than, when you're filling out applications back when you're young, I did that, had a bunch of little jobs in the past, but I've never had to really go into the real world. I went right from college into my first business at 23, and I've never looked back. So I pretty much can control whatever I want. When I want to take time off, if I want to watch, football games, basketball games, come in whenever I want. Even waking up, I don't even wake up to an alarm. I maybe set an alarm once every 3 to 4 months, and that's it. I just get up whenever I want to get up. I go to bed whenever I want to go to bed. All right. How many of you right now, this is my goal. How many of you right now have your own business? Yeah, put that right in the little box there, the chat box. Go ahead and let me know. So if you already have your own business, I'm going to show you how to take that business to the next level. If you're doing tens of thousands, you could be doing hundreds of thousands of dollars of sales. Now, how many of you don't have your own business yet? I'm going to tell you right now, even better. 95% of all small businesses fail within 5 years. You won't be part of that statistic. You're going to hit that ground running. Really, you're not going to be wasting time. You're not going to be wasting money, effort, doing things the wrong way. Because when you're first starting out, the government won't help you. Colleges won't help you. Franchise systems won't help you. A lot of them are crap. These franchises, licensings that you can license their company, license their product, license their concept. A lot of them are crap. And a lot of them are scams too. And they ultimately, I'm going to share some things with you that they don't help you that much. I don't want you guys to struggle. So for all you business owners and future, that have already got your business going, imagine what your life would be like if right now, out of the gate, you had started with what I'm about to show you, that you brought in double the amount of money. Think about that. So whatever your original sales were when you first started your business, if it was 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 33 years ago, if you could have doubled that first business's sales, and think of that effect it would have on, the second year and the third year and the fourth year, and then your investments and what you could do personally and for your family and all that stuff. And then just think how that snowballs. Many of you might have been struggling in your first couple of businesses. There's I bet you some failed businesses out there. So think of that if you could have doubled your sales, pretty much right out of the gate, the effect it would have had through all your life. All right, if you stay to the end, okay, So this is my little incentive for all those of you that are going to be listening to this presentation and you stay to the end. You're going to receive the exact website funnel that I used for a client to increase their sales over 400%. You're going to get it totally for free. So I'm going to go into the exact case study here in a little bit, and I'm going to actually show you the pages of the funnel. So who's looking forward to seeing that and getting that? All right. Yep. Yeah, when you see how easy it is, I mean, you're going to freak out and immediately want to use it in your business. And no matter what you sell, you're going to be able to customize. This isn't like a set stoned website that you can't change. You're going to be able to customize these pages that I'm going to give you for your specific business. And you're going to love what you see, how I used it in a client's business. All right. What makes this presentation different than what you've maybe heard in the past or you've sat through and listened to, either in person or online like you are now? Well, the difference is I walk the walk. I've owned my own small business since 1985 and other businesses in various industries. I'm really an entrepreneur and small business owner just like you. I know what it's like to hire people and to fire people. I know, at times the stress of paying bills. We learned this real quick that our very first restaurant, we were paying off our loan so quick. I mean, we made money. We were making money right out of the gate. We were paying off our loan so quick that all of a sudden when it came time and our accountant sent us, this is how much you owe the government. We owed the government $30,000 in taxes. Either federal or state. It was that combined, it was about 30,000. And we had almost zero money in our account because we just are always taking all our money and falling right to the loan. We didn't know any better. We're 23. It's almost like that mentality like, hey, it's an expense. We're spending our money. Well, paying off a loan is not an expense. You can write off the interest of the loan, but you can't write off what you're paying, speed paying the loan. So we actually had to, we right instantly went into freak out mode. We had to actually take out a loan, another loan of $30,000 to be able to pay off our taxes, which is in a way good because that means you're making money. So also, I understand. So being the stress of possibly being over your head, there's a lot of stuff to worry about. The paying of bills, you're worrying about your family's future. Some of you are paying off your own student loan debts. Some of you are thinking about paying off or having to pay for your kids' student loans coming up here. I understand what it's like to be a small business owner. And I bet you a bunch of your, non-business owner friends, they have no clue on what you go through. They don't know your struggles and your hardships at time. And it's tough to even your family a lot of times don't understand. They just think of it off sometimes. They think you're just kind of going to a job. Well, in this presentation, I'm going to show you real world tested strategies, not just ideas that have never been used before in the real world. I'm going to show you real things that have been implemented and that have succeeded, and I'm going to reveal the real steps and also even the real results. I mean, down to the penny. I'm going to show you the real results. Now, I want to tell you also right now, I'm not a coach. I'm a business owner. There's many people out there offering coaching that have never even ran a business before. They took a weekend class and to become a coach, and sometimes they're even given the exact Facebook ads to run to get clients. And it could be a weekend class, and here they are getting clients in, and these clients trust them. And these people have never done anything in their life other than take that class to be a coach. They don't know about business. They don't know, what business owners go through. They are just trying to make money is all. So that is not the case with me. I am a real person. And this is me, a picture of me when I was over in London speaking at an internet marketing seminar. This is another picture of myself and my wife. We are in front of Chicago as a millennial park. I can't remember what they call it. This metallic thing. You can take really cool distorted photos. Here's my family, a couple girls, and in the front is my mom, 80-year-old mom. She's still doing fine. She's not that short. She's actually squatting down right there. So I mean, she is pretty short, but not that short. And then also we got a couple other members of our family. On the left is the darker golden retriever is Josie, and then little Charlie on the right. Now, this is, I guess I'm a little weird here. I really enjoy Halloween. Picture of me dressed up as Slash, in the middle Hulk Hogan, and then just last year Prince. So I am a little different at times. I do like to have my fun, like I'm sure many of you. After 33 plus years in business, I've done a lot of things right, but I've also done a lot of things wrong. I have spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising that didn't work. You know, when I first started out, I didn't track advertising correctly. I didn't really learn how to upsell people correctly. I didn't correctly value the importance of like a lifetime value of a customer. You know, you're kind of thinking, I want to get a new customer in. Bam, I got a new customer in. I wasn't thinking long term strategically how to get those people back in the door more often and to spend more money. You know, the power of referrals, it took me a while to learn about that. That wasn't until I owned my fitness clubs that I really realized the power of referrals and how, you know, that can really change your business. With our Little Caesars and our Teaspoon yogurts that I've owned in the past, you know, we were given like an operational system. They're franchises, but they really never gave us anything close to how to get more customers or more sales. They might have given us an ad to run in the paper and maybe a radio ad or a TV ad to use locally, but there was no system of how to do a lot of it. You know, we had to think about that on our own, and I don't even want to think about the wasted money that I've burnt over the years. When we bought two fitness clubs, they literally had no system for customers and for sales. You know, we had to create that from the ground up. So it was a learning experience, and I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of hours we dumped into that to how to correctly sell and do a lot of things within, a sales system with a sales team. You know, I bet you I've wasted well over $1 million on advertising over the years. And then if you're talking wasted opportunity, so wasting advertising dollars is one thing. So say if I wasted $1 million on advertising, that's one thing. But that could have turned, if done correctly, that $1 million could have turned into 10 or $20 million. So that means, by me not capturing leads correctly or upselling correctly or not getting the correct return on my investment, I've wasted not only that original $1 million, but the opportunity to have an additional 10 or $20 million. And the sad thing is that money is lost forever. I can't really get that back. And I don't want that to happen to you. Now, how many of you want to skip, 30 years of mistakes? Who wants to? Yeah, I know. Yep. Jim says, yep. There are a lot of yes, yes, yes. Yeah, really, who wants the easy way that does not require those 30 years of mistakes? I want you to imagine if your current business did double the amount of sales than what you're doing right now. And for those of you still planning your business, again, think about what you're kind of planning on your first year of sales being, and now double that. Think about how your life would be if you doubled your sales. I bet you'd have less stress. It sucks not having, the cash flow to pay bills. If you doubled your sales, you could hire more employees. You could take some, really more employees would take more stuff off your plate. It would be less stressful for you. If you could pay your employees more. If you can pay your employees more, then that helps your turnover. It really sucks when it comes you having to hire new employees or losing valuable employees because they're getting more money elsewhere. So now you're going to be able to retain some of your core people around you. And those core people make your life easier. I know all about that. Also, you could pay off more debt. Most people take on some type of debt in their life, be it the business expense or even personal expense, where you're going to be able to pay that off. It's really that doubling your sales could allow you to do bigger things in life, more personal things, take your family on vacations, not, worry about future costs like we talked about college, you can really set your business up also to sell it in the future. So having a big payday down the road, selling a successful business that's kicking butt is a lot easier than selling a business that's not kicking butt. So you're setting yourself up to be able to sell it or even hand it down to your kids. Many want to you want to create something that you're proud of, that you can pass on to your kids, your family. It's a nice feeling to have your spouse or your family or friends or community be proud of you. And then you can do other things with your money. If charitable events, you can give to charity. You can give to your church. You can set up your own type of charity stuff. Now I'm going to show you something. There's a marketer, Stu McLaren, that he did the same thing. He came up with the idea to create schools over in Africa, over in Kenya. And I had the opportunity to actually donate money to have them create a school, a classroom school in my name. So hopefully this volume won't be too loud here, but let me play this for you. Hopefully this works. Oh, wait, let me try this again. Sorry about that. All right, I turned down the volume a little bit. Here we go.
Hey, Jeff, we are here in front of your classroom. I'm here with Dave.
Hey, Jeff, what's up, man?
And we are standing outside of the classroom that you built. And we're in front of this beautiful school, and your classroom is awesome. And we really wish you were here to see it. But in the meantime, we have a very special message for you, and we want to go inside and show you your classroom.
Come on in, Jeff.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Jeff, we're inside of your classroom, and I want you to know that you've made a huge impact. I'm here with David Fry.
Hey, Jeff, how are you, man?
And
we miss you down here.
We have been here in Kenya and experiencing the community and the kids, and it's very hard to describe. And that's why we want to invite you to come join us next year so you can see this for yourself and see the impact that you have had. We thank you, but we also have a very special message for you as well. Jeff, we thank you, buddy, from the bottom of our hearts, from their hearts, and we invite you to come join us next year and experience this for yourself.
Thank you, Jeff. You've got a big heart, man. We want you to come down next year and be here with us. You've got a big heart. We love you. The kids are so thankful for you. Thank you, bro.
All right, that's pretty cool. It makes you feel really good. In the red, that was Stu McLaren. David Fry was the other marketer, very well-known marketer in the blue. So that's what I want you to do, to be able to do something like that. Have the ability to do something like that. All right, so let's get going here. You're going to discover my 33-year system that I've created. You're going to discover that today. It's called the Customer Hacks system. So there's 3 things that we're going to be covering today and in today's training. Now make sure you're taking notes and writing these down, okay? The 3 secrets of customer hacks. Secret number 1, stop advertising. I'm going to show you how stopping all your advertising will skyrocket your sales in the next year. All right, I'm curious, how many of you guys want to learn that one? Business owners always tell me they don't have money to advertise. This instantly creates cash flow. Right, you're going to learn about secret number 2, hack the way you think. How to think the opposite and easily copy your way to an extra $203,000 in 1 year using just one hack. I'm going to show you a real world example of what I'm doing. I have also so many business owners tell me that it's too hard, increasing sales or getting new customers. What if I could show you a simple way to change really how you're looking at your business and just, how for you to just think the opposite way. Everything that you've been taught and in the past, I want you to think the opposite and everything starts falling into place. This exact system or hack that I'm going to show you, it literally took minutes to come up with, and it this is for my business, brought me in $203,000 in 1 year. And then it also brought that in the next year, and it'll bring that in the next year. So who wants to learn that? All right. Oh, yeah. Yep, you're saying you do. Of course you do. And then we're going to be going through secret number 3. Micro hacks equal big money. So how to turn 10 minutes of your time into $51,000 for only $23.15. Another big complaint of business owners is they don't have enough time. I totally understand that. If I could show you how to make $51,000 in 10 minutes of your time, could you find 10 minutes to do that? You could literally hire 1 or 2 people after this to do all the work for you so you don't have to do it. So even if you don't have 10 minutes, you could just pass this off to someone else to do it for you. So who has $23 to make 51,000? All right, I'm sure. Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, that very first secret, stop advertising, how stopping all your advertising will skyrocket your sales in the next year. All right, how many of you know these guys? Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Brett Favre, tops of their professions. And the one thing they all have is coaches. They realize that they can always do better, or they're making small mistakes that's taken away from their performance. And these coaches can zoom in on those and help them. Someone that can help them with their weaknesses. Sometimes, we're too close to our own business. We need someone else to point things out to us to help us get better. And it's really hard sometimes to ask for help. For some reason, especially for guys, the old, we hate asking for directions. Well, that's true. I know I do that. I can't explain why I would, really drive around for an extra 30 minutes instead of just asking for help. So another big problem is that we don't know what we don't know. Let me repeat that. We don't know what we don't know. And here's an example of what I mean. The first time I heard about retargeting, that's when you're on a website and then you go to a different website and that ads for the first website follow you around. I don't know really when they invented that or when that came out, but I found out about that like 1 or 2 years late for some reason. I mean, I totally missed it. I have no idea why I never heard about it. I implemented retargeting ads right away in my medical weight loss clinics, and it had a big impact on my business. But I didn't know what I didn't know. If someone had told me about those things, I could have saved 1 or 2 years of lost sales. So don't be afraid to ask for help and to get help. Yes, it's your business, but if someone can double your business, then you should really listen to them. All right. With that being said, who here knows that 22-year-old doofus guy with the hat on, the polka dot hat? Well, that is me in front of the couple. You can kind of see the plastics of the turntable covers sticking up there. That's in the middle of a show back when I was 22. And it's hard to realize in about 1 year I'd be owning my own business from this picture. At 22, we really thought we were smart and we knew it all. How many of you can relate to that? But 1 year later, I'm all of a sudden owning my own business, or actually right on the brink of owning my own business, because we were out in Oregon and we're looking for a place to put our first franchise business, Little Caesars Pizza. We went on the West Coast, looked around. The middle states, the Midwest was already pretty much taken up. So we went out to the West Coast, the state of Oregon. We finally decided on a place that we wanted to go. They granted us the franchise rights for that city. Then we have to go around and look for a place to rent. We're driving all around, at night, looking in windows. We finally find a place that has a sign, for rent and a phone number. Well, myself and my business partner, I'm like, you call it. He's like, no, you call. I'm like, because we didn't know even what to ask. We had no clue on how to rent something. So what we did, we realized right then we were dumb. We had no clue on what to ask for. So we went to other Little Caesar owners that had stores below us and the cities above us, and up through Salem, up through Portland, Oregon. And we asked them, when you guys rent, what do you ask for from the landlord? Some people say, yeah, well, we ask for 6 months free rent or a year free rent. Some people, I have my landlord put my plumbing in. Other people say, I want I can't remember what they call it, the box where you pour the floor and you drop the ceiling, and I want to have that be my starting point. So everyone asks for different things. Well, we found a place that was going to build on to his current building, and we asked for everything. That wasn't my idea. I was maybe too scared to do that. My business partner, Mark, he actually did that. He asked for everything, and this guy gave us everything. It turns out this whole building was his first building he'd ever bought, and then him building on, he could do kind of some of this construction, so that saved costs. But he also wasn't experienced on lease negotiations and what people ask for. Other owners, when they saw our first lease, they basically said, "You're never going to see a lease like this again," because it was so favorable to our side. It really helped us get started the correct way of knocking down those initial expenses, of getting free rent. So, when you first start off, free rent is great. It really helped us get a great head start on our business. So at that point, we started asking questions about everything for other business owners. We would travel up to their stores specifically to sit there and ask them questions. We'd ask them things about, their best advertising they've used, their labor percent tricks, their food, how to bring their food costs down, hiring tricks. We became obsessed with asking questions. And really, it was all to make as much money as possible. This here is a very famous quote. Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. Now, I should have looked this up ahead of time to know if this is from 100 years ago or 70 years ago. But that was a very famous thing, because really advertising and promotion, there's so much waste. You don't know what your money's doing. And we really freaked out about advertising because we were cheap. Here's an example of how cheap we were, or frugal. Cheap sounds bad. Excuse me. Let's call it frugal. So we would have our current trash bags, for example, were 10 cents. We would find new trash bags that were 7 cents. So we would actually do this process where we go, okay, we have 5 locations. We use 6 bags a day in each location. That would save us $219 a year. I'm serious. That's how we broke it apart. That's how we looked at every single expense. And that's the reason, really, our first 15-year loan for our very first location, we paid it off exactly at 2 years, right on that 2-year mark. Now, granted, looking back, should we have maybe paid off the loan, or instead of paying off the loan, put it into other things or invested in different things? You can always argue that, but you can also make mistakes with those investments. You're never going to go wrong by paying off a loan. And we're also 23. At the end of this loan, we were 25. After the 2-year, I was paying it off, we were 25. We were happy to get rid of that. And also, not having debt helps you then for future bigger loans down the road. So then when it came to advertising, when we're talking about spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for an ad, that was a monster decision for us. We really watched and tracked every single ad. We learned not to waste one penny. The Little Caesar reps from headquarters, they used to come out and they would complain that we weren't spending enough on advertising, because their business model, how it works is they make a percent, their franchise fee, they make a percent of total sales. They really don't care about your how much you make. They just want your sales to be high, because that's how they make their money. But we were more worried about profits than sales. I've never heard of one store ever making more percent of profits than us. Our sales at the time were at the highest. We were more worried about profits. So who here likes to keep all that extra money in their own pockets? Oh yeah. Well, here's some of the things we discovered with our Little Caesars. So our first venture when we were in our 20s, that we didn't use most traditional advertising, meaning we didn't do a lot of TV and radio and things like that. We tracked every single thing. We ran promotions with specific goals. We started learning that, the goal of each campaign, it's either to bring in more customers, or how often those people bought, or even, how much they bought. We would change our promotions depending on the goal that we had. Also, we found that guerrilla marketing, local advertising, that worked best, and it was cheap. And we like that word cheap. At one point, we had a store that was the number one store of sales in sales out of 4,000 stores in the US for 10 months of the year. And then we ended up finishing third. So, we were right down to the wire, and then I understand two locations in California beat us out for sales. But we had the number one store in the whole country for 10 of those months. And through all this, the best of all this is we were pretty much debt free. We would take on some temporary debt maybe to open up a store. Two of our stores, we actually had to buy the land and put up big buildings and stuff. So we temporarily spent money, but then real quick, because we had all these stores working on the debt, it would wipe out our debt real quick. All right, then we sold out of those, and we bought two fitness clubs. We had the opportunity to purchase two full-size fitness clubs, and this is how fast it happened. This is the two that we've heard about were possibly up for sale. We're back in our hometown, back in Wisconsin. So we heard about it in February, or we made contact with the owner, I should say, in February. We moved back our families. We moved them all back in August, and we took over September 1st. And we wrote a check for $1.2 million for those two full-size fitness clubs. We're talking indoor pool, outdoor pool, racquetball courts, four indoor tennis courts, two indoor basketball courts, aerobics room, monstrous. But we knew what we learned, in the previous businesses. We knew it would work in the gyms, and it sure did work. And our sales were also 1.2 million when we took over. We quickly got that up to 2 million in sales in just a couple years. And we really learned about the sales processes of salespeople and upsells and continuity and a lot of things that really aren't in the restaurant business. We really took our whole learning process up because we had to. And then I was also able to sell out of my shares. In 2004, I decided to move on. I actually said, I'm going to try to learn this online marketing. It was really getting exciting. The online world was exploding, and I'm like, I can do this. So what I did is I really I sold my part of the athletic clubs, and I moved 100% online. I had an office in the U.S., an office in the Ukraine with my programmers. We created multiple products. I sold millions of dollars in sales for my products and also other people's products. I even grew my list to over 148,000 people. It was a massive list. The world of internet marketing really changed from when I first got the gyms in 2000 to 2010. Google was introduced, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Everything was just exploding, but everything was also really changing. I knew the world of online advertising and offline advertising, brick and mortar type business. It's really rare that people know that. So what I decided to do was go back into the real world in 2011, and I opened up a medical weight loss clinic in 2011. So when 2011, that first year, we actually opened in February, so it wasn't a full year, but basically 11 months. That first year of sales was $418,135.75. That might sound good, but it really wasn't. That wasn't anywhere near what my goals were. But I also realized at some point that throughout that first year, toward the end, that I was running my clinics like I was running my gyms back in 2000. Now, even though it's only 10 years later, I was doing the same type of advertising and promotion and not really fully using online ads the way I knew about it with my online business. So I started advertising like I should have. And then my 2012 sales, so the next year, jumped to 1.4 million. It was an increase of $985,110.60. I literally just updated how I advertised and promoted my business. Nothing about the business changed. I didn't add any services. Nothing changed. I just updated my advertising and promotion, and that added almost $1 million. Now, how many of you are still advertising your business, for you business owners listening, like you did 5 or 10 years ago, or even 20, 30 years ago? How many are still advertising that way? So I'm going to show you some things about how you've got to change that because the world is different. All right, who wants to learn how I did this? All right, it really, how would it change your business right now if you can increase sales, say if you were at 418,000 up to 1.4 million next year? Would it relieve stress in your life? Would you have more fun in life? Oh, of course. Yeah, totally. And now one thing I didn't really bring up here is that during that first year and even the second year when we made that massive jump to 1.4 million, I was still running my internet marketing business full time. Within the clinic, my first medical clinic, those sales were from just my first clinic. I didn't have any responsibilities. I had no shifts. I didn't hire or fire people. I didn't even answer the phones. I totally set it up from day one, that business, so that my only job was to get more customers and more sales, which maybe took about 60 minutes a day. And then the rest of the time I was doing my internet marketing business. I set the weight loss clinics up from day one like that. Now, of course, many of you can't do that. You're pulling real roles and you're pushed and pulled different directions in both ways. But you also, I'm going to show you how you can jump these sales without having to come up with the ideas and without having to learn everything. So who here wants to see how I was able to make that jump to $1 million? All right, that brings us with that very first secret: stop all advertising. I want you to cancel all contracts if possible. Now remember that quote? Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is I don't know which half. Today that quote is 100% crap. It's totally false now because you can determine exactly what works and what doesn't work in most cases. All right, who wants to know where they are wasting their advertising money? Of course you do. Now you might be saying, okay, really, Jeff, stop all advertising. Yes, stop all advertising. Because most things you're doing right now are not working. You are losing money every time you spend $1 on advertising and promotions in most cases. How many of you are still advertising in phone books? Let me also ask you, how many of you are actually personally using phone books yourself? I'm talking about opening up the big, huge yellow page books and looking up numbers. Actually, they're not even big like this anymore because so many people have stopped using them. They've dropped down to little things, these little tablets almost, baby phone books. I used through my restaurants and through my fitness clubs, we used the yellow pages. When we bought them in 1999, the fitness clubs, they were definitely working, and we knew it because we started putting tracking phone numbers in the books. So we were in different categories. So you open up the phone book and you look up, fitness clubs, or there's another one that says exercise or tennis or basketball. We had ads in those, and then we also had different phone numbers so we could see how many calls we were getting. So these tracking phone numbers. No, they would eventually all go to our main line, but we could see how many people were calling from ad number 1, ad number 2, ad number 3, ad number 4. And it was totally worth it. We got tons of info calls. I mean, they were expensive, but they worked because we knew exactly how much money they were bringing in. But all of a sudden, what started happening is each year a new phone book started coming out. So instead of having one in the community, all of a sudden there was 2. And what would happen is people would get a new phone book, even though it was a different company. They would throw out the first company and keep the new one. So instead of all of a sudden, instead of there being, one book would last 12 months. When all of a sudden there's 2 books in the community, then a book's shelf life would only be 6 months. Then all of a sudden there's 3 books, and then the shelf life is only like 4 months. So the results really started sliding when I left in 2004. So then, you know, me not really, when I jumped back into it in 2011, I took out ads. But luckily, I was smart enough to put tracking phone numbers on it. And what these phone companies were having to do at that time is the online components. You know, Yellow Pages would have their own Yellow Page listings in the phone book or on their online sites. So again, I knew that I needed a track. I put tracking phone numbers in the phone books, and I also put tracking URLs within the online component, so I could see exactly how many clicks were coming from each listing online. And real quickly, we learned that the books, within 2 years, the books became 100% worthless. And the only reason I was buying was the online components, the clicks. And even those stopped working in my clinic number, first clinic. Those stopped working about 2.5 years ago. And in clinic number, my second clinic, those actually in a bigger city, those stopped working 3.5 years ago, meaning the clicks dramatically dropped. And because I was tracking, I could see the clicks. I was getting maybe 80 clicks on my ad every month, and all of a sudden in 1 month it went from averaging 70, 90, 80, would average about 80. It dropped down to 8. All of a sudden I was getting 4 clicks, 8 clicks, 12 clicks, 8 clicks. So the second that book, the contract came out, I quit it. Now if I wasn't tracking that, could have possibly kept on paying for it. So that's why we need you to stop all advertising and start tracking. Unless you really sell to old people, you need to cancel all phone books. Trust me. Unless you're selling to people that still open up a phone book, you need to cancel it all. Put a note on your computer, because those phone companies are going to be hammering you to buy again. Put a little note that reminds you why, because they suck. And also, here's an example, Yelp. Now, Yelp, the company, they're a great thing when it comes to advertising, because I use them like for restaurants and bars when I go to cities, new cities. I tested it for my clinics. The worst return on investment I've ever had for advertising for my clinics. They sent almost 0 clicks, and they were worthless. The phone calls, you could see what cities they're coming from, my tracking, and people weren't even calling in my area. It's almost like, especially with phone books, don't just track the number of calls, track where they're coming from. Because we found that it's almost like companies would scrape, meaning grab all the phone books, phone numbers out of the online component and then make robocalls. So we were answering the phone, but it was from robocalls coming from California, from Georgia, 3,000 miles away, 1,000 miles away. So totally worthless. All right, so again, stop all advertising, okay? And repeat after me. I will cancel all my advertising. I want you to cancel all print ads, all billboards, all radio ads, TV ads, all online ads. Then I want you to set up tracking on everything. From this point on, I want you using tracking phone numbers, coupon codes, any coupon type ads you have out there. I want you to have a new code for every single coupon. I want you tracking clicks. So this then leads to the next step. This is your new mindset. Spend $1, make $2. Okay? So spend $1, make $2. So, that's good, but if you can spend $1 and make $5, that's even better. Spend $1, make $20, that's even the best. So I'm going to show you actually examples here in just seconds that when you spend $1, you can make more than $20. And now that you have really all this extra money because you stopped all your advertising, you're going to start spending it on things that you track and you know are successful. And this leads to a different mindset. Only spend your advertising budget on customer hack systems that make you money. So many people they end up spending things that don't make them a return on investment. Cut it out. You only are going to spend it on things that make you money. So, and I also don't spend it on $1 to make $2 if you can spend that same dollar to make $20. The beauty of my hacks is that some of them don't even require money to make you money. It could be as simple as having your employee on the phones ask one question, or maybe when your employees hands a customer one sheet of paper that costs 1 cent. After they purchase, you put it in the bag maybe, and both of those simple actions could result in tens of thousands of dollars of additional profits in your pockets. All right, let me show you a real life example here. This is the process I used to increase the annual memberships at Cecilia's Golf Course 435% in just 3 weeks, which equaled $29,653. So, and first a little backstory that two of my employees had their dad pass away, and he owned a small he owned a very small 9-hole golf course that he ran really for fun. Then all of a sudden, my two employees, they're in charge after he passed away. They're in charge of running the course, and it was losing money. Well, I decided to help them out. No, I didn't. I don't golf. I've only been golfing twice in my life, and I was horrible at it, and I found it extremely boring. So sorry, all you golfers out there. It just wasn't for me. And I've never even been to their course before, but I knew I could help them. So I spent a few hours coming up with these ideas, and I just plugged in one of my hack systems that I'd used in past businesses, and it worked. All right, this is a simple hack that we used. We decided to build an email list by giving away a free week of golf, and this is at the beginning of the season. In Wisconsin, it's cold throughout the winter, no golfing. All of a sudden, when it starts warming up, then people come out. So we picked April to give away the free week of golf, where it's still a little cold and a lot of people aren't out yet. Golf courses don't start rocking and rolling until it, obviously gets in the 70s and beyond, which could be, definitely April into May. So we decided to do that, give out a week of golf and build a list from that. Then what we would do is we would tell those people that opted in for this free week of golf about our annual membership sale. And that's it. It's that simple. I mean, it really is that simple. Now, here's some of the details. Let me go into a little more details here. Okay, we use targeted Facebook advertising to build the list. And, people that were interested in golf-related terms, we only advertised to them in a certain radius around the course. I can't go into too much details about that. But that's the only way we advertise this. Then we basically, right after people opt in, and also during the free week of golf, we tell the golfers about the annual membership offer. And we also use scarcity. Now that's big. And we use emails then, because they opted in, we use emails to continue to sell the annual memberships until the sale ends. The targeted Facebook ads, we use those directed at people that had visited the site, the website that we put up to opt in. So if they didn't put their name in, or even if they did or didn't, we still continued to advertise ads advertising the golf sale. And now the ads are nothing special. These pictures I bought for $1 each. You can go to different websites and buy pictures. We didn't have to take these pictures ourselves. Each one costs us $1. Use a very simple program or free program to put the words over the top of it. And that's what we ran on Facebook. Then when people clicked on those ads, it went to this page. Very simple program to set up. People would opt in. And then and then we would collect the names into an autoresponder, into a program. And then after they opted in, they would see this. It basically said, thanks for signing up, blah, blah, blah. We're going to, and at this time, we didn't even know when it was going to be warm enough yet to start this free week of golf. So we were almost like advertising this and saying, hey, we'll let you know when this thing begins. Basically, once it gets warm out, bam, their free week begins. Then what we also did, we had this component, share the love and tell your family and friends. So buttons for Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I would not do Google Plus right now because this was a couple of years ago. Google Plus is pretty much, I don't even worry about that anymore. So it's their way to tell their friends. Then it's more, free advertising going on. And then step number 2, get your discounted unlimited golf annual memberships. Only 100 available, save up to $150. So this is their, then I had mentioned how we would tell them about the special. Well, this is it. They would click that button. It would jump over here and show them the different sale prices. So we did have the blue button down there, click to order online. We had that, but we didn't even sell one at all, one online. It was all people during the free week of golf, them upgrading, them spending their money, whipping out their credit card right there. So we reminded them in emails. We followed them around with those retargeting Facebook ads. And a lot of it was because they came out during the free week of golf, we told them about it. So we reminded them. And then we did a countdown over time. Our emails, it started off with 100. Then we sold, as we'd sell 20, we'd say, hey, we only have 80 left. We only have 60 left. So we put scarcity on there, only 100 available. The power of scarcity and fear of missing out on a deal, just let that do its job, because it really builds up. And then when people see that, we also put a date scarcity on it, because then we decided, okay, we're going to shut it down on this Saturday at whenever 6 o'clock at night. That starts building on itself, and people start freaking out, going, oh crap, they're down to only 9 more memberships or 8 more memberships. In this case, at the very bottom, when I took the screenshot, we were down to 11. Or sometimes you don't know the exact amount, because you're not going to update this this wasn't set up to update in real time. So we kind of guesstimated, okay, how many, what are we at? We're at 80. Okay, let's put down, we have 20 left to sell. And then you might keep that 20 for a few days, and also an update that you're down to 5. So you just let that scarcity and that quantity scarcity and that time scarcity grab people, and the fear of missing out, let that do its job. All right, who wants to see the results? Oh, plus, what I just showed you, those pages, the opt-in page, the after opt-in page, the kind of the thank you page, and then the offer page that you're looking at right now, that's what I'm going to give you. That is going to be the offer. For those of you that stick around, I'm going to give you this, and you're going to be able to not use this exact funnel in your own business, and you can easily swap out everything. You can change the words, you can change the logo, the golf picture. If you have like a yoga place, you can put the yoga picture in there, a restaurant, dog trainers, a gym, whatever you've got, you can customize it for your business. So it could be if you own a go-kart track, you could do a free weekend of go-karts or a free week of go-karts, or something like that. Then when they get in, then you can offer them a sale item. So this is huge. All right, let's get to the results. All right, so the ad spend was only $471.42. The annual memberships the year before was 20. We jumped it to 87. That was a 435% increase. The total sales for April for the golf course, again, you're just kind of opening up. So usually that's a pretty horrible month. The year before was $19,942. This new month during this promotion was $49,595. They did a $29,653 increase during that month. So basically, for every $1 we spent on advertising, we made $63.90. Remember I was saying spend $1, make 2, spend 1, make 20 is better? Well, what about spend $1, make 63? That's even better. Now, granted, a lot of the money they made was the jump in those annual memberships. But because there were so many more people out there, and people, the free passes, the free week of golf, they had green fees were up 65%. Carts, the total sales for carts were up 95%. Beer, 47%. Alcohol, that's not a typo, up 472%. So that tells me the year before they hardly sold any alcohol. So they easily, jumped way up to 472%. Other beverages, so Powerades, waters, things like that, that's 71%. Overall, the foods and snacks that they had available, they did have a kitchen, and they also have things you can grab, snacky stuff. That was up 75%. Those people coming in for the free week of golf, even though it's free, they're still spending money. And the cool thing is the email list. They had 0 people on their email list. They went from 0 to 348. These are people that were interested in the golf. And this 348 is the people that opted in to get the free the free thing, they also then created a second list of the people that became members. So the people that upgraded to get the annual membership, then they all of a sudden they had a list of members. So how valuable do you think that is? Even though it's only 348 people, but you see how much money that made them? So even though that's a small list, that 348 people made them almost $30,000. So they can continue to market to that list of 348 or that second list of people that are actually already members. And also every time people came out that was new, I told them to grab their email and add them to that member list. How valuable is that list? You could tell them about a June special. You could tell them about a July special. You could tell them about an August special. You could keep hitting them over and over again. So who would want to spend $1 to make $63.90? How often would you do that? Oh yeah. You would do it all the time. Yeah, it's huge. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, no media rep would come to you with this idea. They're going to come in and say in advertising, I say a radio advertising rep, your representative for a radio station. They're going to sell you 50 radio spots, all right? And then the radio spots, they're going to be talking about, after they sell you the 50 radio spots, they're going to be, okay, what do you want to talk about? And the ad's going to be like, hey, come on down to our great course. We're family course, blah, 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 boring, boring, boring. And you might get a few golfers and, maybe, a little bit of business. But basically, say if you spend $2,000 for those 50 spots, you would at the most break even. You'd be lucky to make money. You've got a radio ad, but who cares? You spent $20,000 and you didn't get a return on investment. So that's what you want to do. You want to spend $1 and make $63.90. You should do this over and over and over again. I know right now if I owned the golf course, I could have doubled those sales. I mean, that's the only promotion we did. But I would have, for the year, we could have doubled those sales if they had time and interest to have done that. Because I would have been investing those $1 all day long. All right, let's move on. Secret number 2, hack the way you think. How to think the opposite. Okay, I want you to just grasp this. Think the opposite and easily copy your way to an extra $203,000 in 1 year using just one hack. A lot of owners, they're like, it's just too hard. Many business owners will tell you that it's too hard to get more customers, more sales. It's almost like they've given up and they don't even realize it yet. I'm here to tell you that it's not too hard and to not give up. I want you to be successful as possible, both through your business and your own personal life. I need you to start thinking differently. Okay, normal ways to promote your business in the past. The media calls you up, sets up that meeting. They ask you a bunch of questions about your business. Most of them don't give a crap. They're building rapport. They're told to do that. Then they go back to the office and then they set up a second meeting and they talk you into buying a special plan. Then at that point you figure out what to advertise and what the ad should be. All right, I want you to change all that. I want you to see the new opposite customer hack way. So step 1, you do the opposite. You start with what you want to change in your business. So in my previous golf example, how it was opposite, we decided that we wanted to sell more annual memberships. We didn't start with the ad first. We said, let's sell more annual memberships. Then step 2 is you pick your specific hack. Now that hack, to accomplish what you are, we have different categories. You could pick, you want more traffic, more opt-ins, more customers, for those new customers to spend more initially. You want them to come back more often, lifetime value. Also referrals. where referral sales, those just snowball everything. Those are the best thing in the world. I'll talk about that later. So in this case, we decided on a free offer with an upsell. So free week of golf, you upsell them in the annuals. And it at no point again was it any hard upsell, and it wasn't like we were beating people over the head to buy those things, but it created excitement, and then we let the scarcity do its thing. And then step 3 is you start the hack. So I showed you what we did to start the hack, meaning the ads and then the opt-in pages, but we could have made it even easier. You can do this and make it even easier. You don't have to use the online component. Think about you just going around with little flyers that stated, for them to come in with this coupon to set up their free week of golf, or to call. If you have a business where people call you, you could have done it without the online component. Online component's definitely nice. It saves you the running around and dropping off the coupons and all that kind of stuff. So that golf hack took 3 weeks, and that was really from start to finish. That was it. So this whole hack system, and I talked about the categories. Let me quickly show you what it is, because a lot of you might be confused. This is the part of the process where people kind of get bogged down a little bit and not knowing what it is. So let me go through that with you, because I want you to write this down, because this can have a huge effect on your business. And I want to show you how increase in each one of these categories will really possibly even double your sales. So this is kind of it. This is, in a nutshell, use an example business of $1 million. Before the hack, the income is $1 million. Then you worry, and you don't have to do these in this order, but this just shows the effect these little hacks have on your business and how it can really snowball your business. So in this example business, $1 million sales, they have 50,000 visitors per year. Our goal was to increase this 20%. We're going to jump it to 60,000. So it went from 50,000, our goal is to jump it to 60,000. So a 20% increase. Then leads, typically, we're going to also jump that. We're going to go from 10% of the leads. So in the past, we had 6,000 leads. We're going to jump that 20% more. So it's going to go from 10% opt-ins to 12%. So that brings us up to 72,000 subscribers, opt-in subscribers, whatever you want to call them. Then you're going to take those leads and you're going to want to turn them into customers. And there's a whole different, you have tons of ways to accomplish that. So our goal is the same thing. We're going to go from 30% of the original business doing $1 million. They're at 30%. They're going to jump that 20%, meaning they're going to go from 30%, turning 30% into customers, up to 36. Now, that's not unheard of. My medical weight loss clinics, we bounce between 43 and 45% of all opt-ins we turn into members, into patients. So all of a sudden, we're going to go from, we're going to jump that up to all of a sudden having almost 2,600 customers. Then the next 2 categories I combined, what people spend on their initial visit, the visitor value, so whatever they spend that very first time they become your customer, and then your lifetime value over time, we're going to add another 20%. And that is total lowballing it. You can totally increase that number a lot more than that, but I'm going to keep it really easy. I mean, you can increase 20% all day long. That's going to jump that value from each customer spending $667 for the year up to $800. So 20% each level. Then all of a sudden, but what happens at the end is, because everything builds, all of a sudden you've got more traffic, and because you have more traffic, you have even more leads. So you're getting better at capturing more leads. But you have more visitors, so it's even more. And then customers, because you have more leads, you're jumping your customers 20%, but you're also got a bigger bucket to grab customers from. And because you have a lot more customers, and then by raising what they spend 20%, that's even a bigger amount. So all of a sudden you go from $1 million to over $2 million. $2 million, 74,000. So let me show you a real world example of this, um, you know, of this kind of right in front of you. All right. Okay. So the goal, we wanted to to more, sell more to existing customers. This is the lifetime value. So we decided in this real world example, we decided this is for my own medical weight loss clinics. We decided on the lifetime value hack called rotating promotions. What that is you come up with a special offer for 1 week. You come up with a total of 8 of those that you run, each one for a week, and then you just always run it throughout the year. And one of them, you create your best BOGO. You buy one, get one offer, and with high profits. You don't ever want to sell anything where you break even. There's times that you maybe want to do that to get more customers, but in this case, you're selling to existing customers, so you get a high profit margin item. You do a BOGO offer on that. So we created a BOGO offer for skinny shots. That's like B12 shots, and we have shots, injections that our medical staff actually injects. And we also have patches. People can take those home. So we created that. We also did in-clinic signage. So when our patients come in, they would see, stand-up, banners and little signs in the rooms. Our staff suggestive sell. So we train our staffs to tell them about this, this BOGO skinny shot offer. And during the week, we send 3 emails. So typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that it's ending on Saturday. So sales in 1 year for this one promo was $203,000. Now I'm talking about $203,000. That's just one of the 8 offers. Now that's granted, that is by far our best one. And I don't even know what the other 7 offers added throughout the year. If it added, another 75,000, 100,000. We've never added those. I suppose I could go and add those up, but this is the big one. This was our signature one. So again, 8 specials. Each one runs for a week, and then you just repeat it. So for every 8 weeks, we do this BOGO sale once every 8 weeks, and it brought in $203,000. Now, cost-wise, to advertise this, maybe $25 for the signs that we put in the rooms. That's really about it. So we spend $1, we made $8,112 for every $1 we spent. So this was not hard. You can do this. Who wants to do this? Who wants to spend $1 and make $8,120? It's so easy. You can just copy success. You come up with 8 sale items. You can have someone else make the signs. I don't make the signs. My signs look horrible. I don't even attempt. You have someone else make the signs. You can have someone else create the emails. Now, I do send the emails. So I log in and I actually send the email. I don't create the emails. I send it. That's it. That's it. It's so easy. So who wants to do that? So it's unbelievable, right? Yeah. All right. So so far the 3 secrets of customer hacks. We've already went through 2 of them. Secret 1 was stop advertising. How stopping all your advertising will skyrocket your sales. That created cash flow. So you stop your losers and you start injecting that money into things that work. Secret 2 was hack your way that you think. I want you to start changing the way you think. This really creates an easy way for you to improve your business. And in the case of that rotating promotion, you inject something like that in your own business. Granted, you might not do $203,000, but what if you did $20,000? Or you have a really small business out of your home and you did $10,000 more. That would make a huge effect on you. So the third secret is micro hacks equal big money. How to turn 10 minutes of your time into $51,000 for only $23.15. I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. Now, before I show you the real world hack, again, that I had in my own business, let's talk about why more business owners don't do this. Why are they not doing this stuff? So their biggest excuse is I don't have time. Now, everyone agrees, being a business owner, it keeps you, definitely can keep you busy. Can everyone also agree that there's only 24 hours in the day? It's hard to get everything done, but sometimes you have to stand back and sharpen the saw. Who has heard of this phrase, sharpen the saw? Okay, this is the theory. So picture if you had this saw, this old rusty crappy saw that wasn't sharp, you would have spent an hour cutting wood. How much could you cut during that hour? It would take forever to cut that wood because it's not sharp. It would suck. Now, picture if you spent 5 minutes sharpening the saw, or better yet, even just bought a brand new saw. How much could you cut in that hour? So by stepping back, stopping what you're doing, spending 5 minutes to sharpen the saw or to buy a new one, you can get so much more done. You can be that much more productive. This has nothing to do with, working harder. I need to work harder. No, no, no. You need to work smarter. Would you trade 20 minutes, again, step back, put down all the stuff that's spazzing you out during the day and your to-do list of 1,000 things, step back. Would you trade 10 minutes or find 10 minutes somehow, or even find an employee, find 10 minutes for them to do it, to turn that into $51,000 that I'm about ready to show you? Now, this here is a perfect example of a hack that took me 10 minutes to do, and it brought in $51,000. Remember that you have the extra money. And I've shown you that it's not too hard. Now I'm going to show you that it takes very little time. 10 minutes. All right. So the first step of this was we wanted more money or more members in my fitness club. It's really during a slow time, but we also didn't want to spend a lot of money. I don't know why that all jumped up there once, but it did. So, wait, let's go back here. I'm sorry. Let's go back. All right. So that's step number one. We wanted more members in my fitness club, and we didn't want to spend a lot of money. So then step number two was to pick our hack. So from the hack categories, there's more traffic, more prospects, more customers, the customers buying more in their first visitor value. There's customers buying more often, lifetime value. Also, to increase referrals, that has that snowball effect. You're just injecting people into your business. Really, it doesn't cost you anything, and it just blows up all your sales. And because all of a sudden you have more customers, you can get more referrals, and the more referrals get more customers, and it just keeps on going. So we decided to increase referrals in this promotion. All right, step number three. Then you pick your specific hack. So in this fitness club example, we did the one-day referral hack. That's what we went for. Now you're going to learn with the customer hack system, you're going to learn the importance of scarcity and call to actions and why that causes, sales to jump. But here's one thing I want you to grasp and write this down. Okay, let's just say you have a 1 month promotion going on. It's during a whole month. If you change that, instead of a month, you pull it down to 1 week, you're going to make more sales overall. So whatever you made during that whole entire month, 30-day sale, you're going to make even more if it's only 1 week. Now, if you pull that down to 3 days, in most cases, you're going to make more sales in those 3 days than the whole week. Pull that down even further and have it just a 1-day sale. You're going to make more sales than any of the other times. We've tested this. We've done this. And for whatever reason, because people can focus in, if it's running for a whole month, you put it off. Think about it. Oh, I've got a whole month to come in and do that. It takes you forever to get in and do it. And then you forget about it. The month's over and you're like, oh, crap, I missed that sale. But if you're saying 1 day, then people can put that on the calendar. They can maybe remember it for the day. And we even would take it down further into a 6-hour sale. That even niches it further down in their mind, like, oh crap, I've only got 6 hours to worry about this. All right, so here's who wants to see my results of using this hack, 1-day referral hack, and how it made me $51,000. All right, again, it took me maybe 10 minutes to implement this. I had someone make explanation sheets and coupons. So what that was when the front desk handed these out over the course of 2 weeks before, and it basically explained how if our fitness club current members handed out these coupons to their friends, then the member would get $50 cash, and the actual person joining would get a really good deal. So does that make sense? And then the copies that what we handed out cost $23.15. Sales were $51,000. And now this also doesn't include any upsells or extended contracts. Once people get in for a year, they might all of a sudden jump from their thing up to a full tennis membership, or they'd stay on year 2, year 3. You might have them lifetime. This is just the contracts written that day, $51,000. So we spent $1. We made $2,203.02 for every dollar spent. Who would like to do that? Now, that cost of $23 for copies, that does not include the $50 that we gave to each referring member. So the member that brought their friend in or gave the coupon to the friend, it does not include that. What we do is we count that $50 in with the pricing of our memberships. So it's almost like a discount in a way. So you treat that as a discount because you're not really spending the money until someone comes in and buys the product. In this case, signs the contract. So there's no really cash outgoing until you're bringing cash in. So just think of that as kind of within the pricing itself. All right, this is not hard once you discover how to do it. Now, I also know it's not your fault for not knowing this. I was never taught this stuff in college. At all. And I had my own business in college, so I was looking for different things to help me, to teach me. There was no courses like this. I took some advertising classes that taught me how to buy national radio ads, but that's totally worthless. And I bet you combined, all of us on this call have read thousands of business books, and they don't talk about this stuff. And they talk about general topics, treat your customers right, sell an awesome product, blah, blah, blah. But they don't get into the nitty gritty. And some of these authors have never owned their own business also. Just saying. All right. Sometimes finding how to correctly run a business is like a needle in a haystack. Online there's so much info, and most of it really is wrong. Or they really don't talk about this subject. I know I've hit you with a whole lot of information, great information today, and I bet your head is spinning. Whose heads are spinning right now? All right, let me ask you this question. This stuff's been pretty cool, right? We've had a good time over the last hour. You've learned a lot of great stuff, but an hour is not that long. How would you guys like to work with me directly where I can actually help you implement what we've talked about today? We'll take all this and add it into your business. Who would like that? I show you how I can easily add, how I've added in the past, an extra $203,000 in 1 year, $51,000 in 1 day. How would that affect your business if you could do that? Or how would it affect your life, your family's life, your future? All right, I have something for you that can help you. I put a special package together for you, and if you guys are okay with it, I would love to share it with you. If not, I won't. But I want to share it with you, so if you want me to share this with you, let me know. Just type it into the chat box. All right, cool. I always like to ask permission because I know some of this is going to change your life. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. Here's what I've got going for you today. When you invest in the Customer Hacks system today, what you're going to get today is the Customer Hacks 6 weeks MasterClass. Customer Hacks is going to hand you a system to increase your sales month after month, year after year. This certainty that Customer Hacks is going to give you can relieve so much stress in your life. And really, it's going to add consistency into your business and into your personal life. All right, so the first module is traffic hacks. This is all going to be about getting more traffic to your website, more traffic to your store, more walk-in traffic to your business, more people coming, calling you on your phone or contacting you through social media. You could easily be wasting 50%, 70% of your advertising budget. And I mean, you're literally throwing money away. You're throwing in a pile and lighting it on fire. If you don't have a business or website yet, so if you haven't even become a business owner yet, that's even better. You're going to be starting correctly with this system. I bet, again, I've wasted $1 million in my lifetime. That could have resulted in multiple millions in sales. You won't make this mistake. Module 2, lead hacks. Traffic is great, but the next step is getting their info, capturing their info so you can follow up. Now, when I bought the two fitness clubs, I immediately saw one big mistake that they were making on the phones that easily made us $50,000 more in the first 12 months. So one change, $50,000. The past owner, now he was smart. It's almost like he was too close to his business. He did not see it. So we implemented it, and it made a dramatic effect, like right away. And it cost us nothing. It was very simple, some simple phone techniques, and it cost $0. So module 3, customer hacks. Same thing as traffic, and leads are great, but you have to turn them into customers. There are tricks to getting more leads to turn into customers, and this module is all about that. Module 4, visitor value hacks. The amount a customer spends with you their very first time can be crucial to your business. Many business owners can increase their sales 10 to 20% by simply asking a new customer one question, and you're going to find out about that. This module will be all about getting that new customer to spend more money with you. Module 5, lifetime value hacks. This is the one that most businesses really do a crappy job at, and really this causes them to go out of business. This is about getting your customers to come back over and over again and spend more money with you over time. This is really the easiest step compared to the other modules, and it's overlooked the most. Most businesses, they have a budget for advertising, to get new customers in, but how many have an actual budget and a game plan to get past customers back in? You won't make this mistake after this module. Module 6, referral hacks. This is having your current customers send you customers. When we really first discovered this was when we owned the athletic clubs, and we heard one Chicago athletic club discovered that 70% of their members joined because of referrals. They were doing all this big advertising down in Chicago, very expensive to advertise down there. So what they did is they quit most of their advertising. They focused on referrals, and their sales skyrocketed. And they saved a ton of money because they were wasting a ton of money. So my past referral promotions have really always been my best return on investment of any advertising and promotion that you'll ever do. It will be more than likely will be your best return on investment. You can run promotions really basically that are guaranteed to make you money. No other advertising can do that. So if you're going to give $50 to someone that sends you a new member, well, you don't give that $50 out until you get that new member. So the referral is basically you spend nothing until you make money. I love referral marketing. So the total value of the 6 weeks Customer Hacks MasterClass is $4,997. Now, a lot of people will assign a random big price to their course, but with mine, you've actually seen what it can do. It will actually also save you money right away because you're going to stop advertising all those ads that aren't working. Now, remember that slide from earlier? The ideas, just few ideas that I implemented in my clinics. It sales went from 418,000 to 1.4 million, an increase of almost $1 million. Oh, let's go back here. Sorry, something. Would you pay $5,000 to increase your sales almost $1 million? Would you pay 10,000? Well, yeah, you definitely would. All right, the customer hack accelerators. Um, the 6 weeks masterclass videos are great, but I wanted to guarantee your success to really help you every way possible to make sure that you're successful. So that's why I'm including the customer hacks accelerators. The first one, the fast cash guide, will break down each module into the quickest action steps you should take. Now you're going to be able to, you can implement the more complex actions later on, but this will be all about the ones you can immediately do and take that will bring in the most money, really the most money and the quickest. The value that's 197. The new Biz Master Checklist. This is specifically for those of you that are just in the beginning stage of your business. Remember, again, I said if you don't have a business yet, even better. You're going to save even more time, effort, and money. So this checklist will spell out the most crucial steps you need to include in your new business to guarantee you the maximum customers and sales. Forgetting any of these, it's going to be a big mistake. So you need this. The value is $197. How much would it help you if you could have email examples that you could copy from some of the most successful companies in the world? You're going to be getting over 10,000 emails from over 150 businesses in every niche for you to draw inspiration from. If you need ideas from a Christmas promo, you just dig in there and look for what other companies are doing. Maybe anniversary sales, back to schools, Black Fridays, grand openings. Now you're going to have thousands of ideas at your fingertips. The value of that's $497. Just take a look at some of the companies that you're going to be getting. The great thing about these companies, they have multiple millions and even billion dollars in sales, is that they test everything. They know what works and what doesn't work. You just need to copy what they're doing. Here's an example of a company doing this. It was always rumored that when Taco Bell was first starting out, when they were deciding where to build new units, they would just copy what McDonald's was doing. McDonald's would hire all these high-priced, real estate experts that would go into cities and pore over different cities throughout the U.S. and look at their traffic patterns and the city's projected population growth charts. And McDonald's would have all these decision-making things come into play. Well, Taco Bell would just build across the street from McDonald's or next to them. I recommend you do the same thing with these emails. You just model, copy them, and think of the time it's going to save you too. And just sometimes creatively, you can't think of anything to say. Now you're going to have that right at your fingertips. The value of that, again, the competitor email examples is $497. Now, one of the biggest hassles I see small businesses is not having the ability to get graphics done for their business, either quickly or cheaply. Now, I have a big advantage because my wife is also a graphic designer. We even have a full-time employee that does graphics. But most businesses are not that lucky. Now, you are going to have full access to our graphics software right in the members area. And let me show you really how easy this is. So again, this is online. You don't have to download this. So you just go in there and you can kind of pick and choose, whatever you need. And sometimes, you might need a business card, or here's a bunch of coupons. Let's look at, and you can even start with a blank canvas, but sometimes you can use these other ones as inspiration. So, you might need flyers, or you might need, gift certificates, loyalty cards, rack cards. There's also thank you cards. There's tickets. So in this one, let's pick the coffee one. Then what happens is that pops open, and then you can change everything. So granted, you probably don't have there might be some of you that own coffee stores, But you're able to switch out everything. You're able to switch the words. You can size things down. You can use different colors. Different, of course, different offers. And then all you have to do is print it off. Or you can even send this to your printer to do. So that, and here's how you can use different backgrounds, different colors. Copy what your current color of your business is. So that value is $197. This next one, many times being an entrepreneur is hard because you're your own boss. And a lot of people don't understand this, but you've got to get up in the morning and you've got to motivate yourself. You don't have someone actually telling you when to be in or what to do. You've got to do that yourself. Well, I created this next little piece of software, the Sales Increase Calculator, and it's going to help you get motivated. And here's what it looks like. So what you do is you can put your sales in, your current sales, and then as you're going through the Hacks membership and all the different promotions, you're able to watch the videos and see what you like and what you want to try, and you can then add that to the calculator just like that. Let's add that one, and then let's just add the next one. It's going to put that back. It's going to save that back here. So you kind of know the hacks you want to add to your business. And you can always click it again, and you can watch the video right here. You don't have to go back looking for it again. It'll pop up. It'll show you exactly what it is. You can have someone else, watch the video and do it for you. But it's also going to have the percents of the sales increase for your business. So in this example, you can see down below there, it's increasing sales. So they added yearly revenue of those above 7 hacks. You're going to add 110,000 or 550,000. But if some of them you really think, oh my God, this thing is going to instead go from 1% up to 4%, you're going to see how that just jumped from 110,000, 140,000, and from 550,000 to 700,000 over 5 years of increased revenue. So that in itself is just a little game you can play with yourself. So it keeps you motivated, and it also keeps you organized. You kind of know what you want to do next. All right, let's recap what you're going to be getting so far. The 6 weeks Customer Hacks MasterClass, you're going to get the Customer Hack Accelerators, which is the Fast Cash Guide, the New Business Master Checklist, the Competitor Email Examples, 10,000 emails, over 10,000. The Offline Graphics Software, that's where it's online and you can make your own graphics quickly and at no cost. And the Sales Increase Calculator, the total value on that, $6,383. Now, if all this did, my customer hack system, if all this did was you could finally stop wasting your money in advertising that didn't work, would it be worth it to you? I mean, you're going to find out that you're wasting, thousands, tens of thousands, in my case, probably $1 million worth of course so far in my lifetime. Would it be worth it if you could stop that? The same thing. You would stop wasting your advertising. Now, what if this whole package, if all this did was finally make your business profitable, would it be worth it for you? What if all this did was instead of doubling your sales, like some of my examples, your sales increased only 30% or even 20%? Would it be worth it? Now, I had 2 choices when I was first creating this package. The first option was go cheap as possible and try to sell as many as possible. And I really had no incentive for me to pile on the value of a cheap product. My second option required a little higher investment, but I can really devote more of my time and energy to guarantee your success. I want you to think about this. What would just one successful idea be worth to you? So in the free week of golf idea that we did, promo, $1 to make $63.90, an extra $29,653. Would you pay an extra $5,000? Would you pay an extra $10,000 for that? I bet many of you would. Yeah, for sure. You can see why it's a good deal at $5,000. It would totally be worth it right now for $5,000. Now, when I release this to the general public, it's going to be $1,997. But I'm not going to charge you that today. I truly believe this is worth every penny of that also. But because you joined me today, because you're special, you can get started for just $997 today. I know many of you know you want this. You can just go to customerhacks.com/go. So you've seen the power of this. You've seen what it can do. You can see the changes it can have in your life, in your personal life, in your business life. So you can see the value that $997 can have on your business. So just if you know that you want to do this for your business, for yourself, for your family, go to customerhacks.com/go. Now, you have two choices right now. The first option is do nothing and not take the leap of faith, and this is 100% risk-free. Or the second option is to make the small investment today. Make that investment in yourself and in your business. Compared to all the value and the massive effect this is going to have on your business, it's a very small investment. Also, if I don't make you money, then I don't deserve your investment. That's how I feel. Now, one thing you should definitely know is that we've got a 30-day guarantee. You can sign up today. If you don't like this for any reason, I don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes from now, just let me know, and we will give you your money back. So really, you've got a full 30 days to go in, watch all the videos, start implementing things, add things, give things to your staff, your crew, take full advantage of the site. And for whatever reason, you can ask for that 30-day guarantee, no questions asked, and we part as friends. All right. I also wanted to make this even more value, to pile on the value for you. Are you a person that has trouble coming up with ideas, or really too busy to come up with ideas? Well, I'm going to be giving you an additional 100 hacks. Throughout our hack videos, I give tons of examples. Well, I'm going to be giving you 100 additional hack promotions that you can use. Now, it could be, tips and tricks and techniques that you can use your business to get, more traffic, more leads, more customers, more sales. And again, you can always just hand this video over to someone else to implement it for you. The value of this is $997. And I'm also not going to have you join and become a member of the Customer Hacks family and forget about you. So every month for 12 months, I'm going to continue to give you hack videos to use in your business to keep you motivated and keep your business growing. So really, you can just every month you can log in and the videos will be added automatically right in your members area. The value of this bonus is $97 per month or $1,164. So here's what you're getting so far. The 6 weeks Customer Hacks MasterClass valued at $4,997. All the Customer Hack Accelerators, the Fast Cash Guide, the New Biz Master Checklist, the Competitor Email Examples, the Offline Graphic Software, the Sales Increase Calculator. Also, the bonus one, those additional 100 promos. And again, I'm not going to forget about you. We're going to keep going for the next 12 months. Each month, you're going to be getting more videos, anywhere from 8 to 12 added right into your members area. The total value of the Customer Hack system is $8,543. So I know we've got people already that are taking action on this. You can get started now, right now. Go to customerhacks.com/go. It's only $997. I will be increasing this price because this, for the value that you're getting, my 33 years of experience, it's all condensed into this one big product here. And it's all in one members area, and it's just $997. All right, I wanted to add even more value to this package. All right, I'm going to give everyone that joins today a personal video website review. So this is how it's going to happen. Anytime during the 12 months, now you're going to have access forever to the membership site, but I've got to kind of limit this because I can't have everyone waiting in the last minute. So during your first 12 months of being a Customer Hacks member, again, you'll have access after that for everything. But you're going to be able to send me your URL, your website URL, and I'll personally record a video of me going through all your website links step by step. And I'm going to be offering you advice on how to improve different things and make you more money. It could be maybe your site's loading too slow, or your SEO is wrong, or your linking strategy is wrong, or you're not your opt-in pages are messed up, or whatever it may be. I'm going to be going through videotaping everything, and I'm going to be giving you the video. Just a few simple tweaks could make a dramatic difference in your business. How many of you would love to have me help you? Oh yeah, for sure. Now the value on this is $1,997. And again, I'm not going to forget about you guys once you join. I'm committed to your success. So that's why we've got bonus number 4. For 12 months, you're going to be able, once a month, be able to get on a monthly call. It might also be a webinar, and I'm going to answer everyone's questions. I'll also be giving you insight into my own business, what's working, what's not working, things that are hot, things that are not, things that are dying. I'll let you know. I could have told you, if you were part of this, a few years ago, I could have told you the instant my yellow pages went bad, the online clicks dropped. I could have told you, log into your yellow pages and check it out, because I just saw a dramatic change. Google did something where I went from 80 clicks per month down to 8 clicks. And it instantly made my ads not worth it. So 12 months, you're going to be getting access to this. And I'll also be highlighting some of our customer hack members, their businesses. So if you have great ideas and you've taken my information and you've tweaked it, or you've copy and pasted exactly, I want to highlight your success stories. So I will be possibly even interviewing you, or if you want to upload videos of your hacks, I will add those into the members area. The value of this alone is $197 a month value, or $2,364. All right. Again, big recap, what you're getting: the 6 weeks Customer Hacks MasterClass, the Customer Hacks Accelerated Guides, those, the Fast Cash Guide, the New Biz Master Checklist, the competitor email examples, the offline graphic software, that sales increase calculator. Bonus 1 was 100 promos. Bonus 2 was the 12 months of additional promos added automatically into the members area. Bonus 3 was me personally making a video reviewing your website. And bonus 4 is 12 months monthly mastermind calls. So the total value on this is $12,904. All right. I have a bonus for the first 10 people. Now, once we have 10 people, then the page where you put your credit card in, there's going to be a big bar up on top that says it's sold out. So there'll be a big red bar that pops up once it hits 10. And you're gonna see why I've got to limit this. But if you don't see that red bar when you go on the page you enter your credit card information, then it means it's still live. But you'll understand why I've got to limit this to only 10 people. So the first 10 people, they're going to get a 30-minute one-on-one call with me. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Tim is like, I'm in. All right. So you're going to be able to talk to me one-on-one, and we can dig into your sales process. I can suggest specific changes to increase your sales. We can go through your website, your offers, your promotions, your past results, anything you want during this 30-minute call. I've never offered this before, and really because, my time is limited, this takes 30 minutes of my day. The value on this is $1,997, and I promise you I won't dress as Hulk Hogan during our call. unless you really want me to. But we will go through your business, any questions you have. And my main goal is to get you to become successful or be more successful. So again, that was for just the first 10 people. So if you go to that, when you put in your credit card number and that customerhacks.com/go, Sandy wanted to know what that, yeah, it's customerhacks.com/go. And once that sells out, there'll be a big red thing across the top saying, unfortunately, that bonus is no longer available. The other ones will be available. So again, you're going to be getting the 6-week Customer Hacks MasterClass, the Customer Hacks, all those accelerators. Bonus 1, the 100 promos. Bonus 2, the 12 months of promos. Bonus 3, the personal website video review that I'll send you a video of. Bonus 4 is once a month for 12 months, the monthly mastermind calls. And the extra bonus for the first 10 people is a 30-minute one-on-one call with me. Total value, $14,901. All right, let me show you what you need to do next. This is the page where you're going to be putting your information in, customerhacks.com/go. Just put in your information, your credit card, and you'll notice that there's no big bar across the top there, so that you're still within the first 10 when you do this. So just go to customerhacks.com/go. Again, everything you're getting, the 6 weeks masterclass, the Customer Hacks Accelerator, the bonuses of the 100 promos. Bonus 2 is the 12 months promos. Bonus 3, the personal website review. Bonus 4 is the 12 monthly mastermind calls. And that extra bonus that's still available, 30 minutes one-on-one call with me. The value of that's total value of the whole package is $14,901. And you can get started right now for $997 is all. And we've been saving up. People have been asking questions throughout this. You see the countdown clock. We're going to be shutting this down here in only 14 more minutes. But we've got a bunch of questions. And if I miss your question, because there's been so many scrolling through over time, that I'll have someone from my staff even answer you back. You can always go to support@jeffdietrich.com. So that's support@jeffdietrich.com if you have a question. All right, one of the questions, and some of these questions might have come up and I already answered them, but the first question, are the 6 modules already in the members area? Yes, they are. I hate it when when they give you a product every week for 6 weeks, which is fine. But if you're a person like me that likes to, you allot time, you sit down and you want to bang everything out at once because you know your personality. If you blow it off, then you never get to it. So I know I got to go through it all at once and bang it out and learn it all. Well, if I added it once every month, then for some of you, you're not going to dig that. So everything is already, all 6 modules, everything you see there is already added into the members area. Another question, do we have to download the graphics software? No, you can access it right inside the members area. So you just log in and it's right there. How long is the guarantee? 30 days. So really, you can, pay your $997 today. You can even put it in a credit card. So it's not even, you don't even owe it till your bill comes due, whenever that is, 15 days, 30 days. You can go in, you can go through all my information. You can see exactly all the different hacks. You can start adding those into your business, and you can make money before you even have to pay the bill. How about that? And then you still have 30 days to decide. If it's really not for you, for whatever reason, you can ask for a refund, and we part as friends. So 30 days, yes. Yes, Johnny. Is the 30-minute one-on-one deal still available? I don't have another computer to look at, but and I don't know how many sales we're at. I just know when we hit 10, it automatically will update with that big red bar across the top. So as long as you don't see that big red bar, you're fine. Let's see. I've had problems thinking of promos in the past. That was in the toward the beginning. That's why I decided to give the all the 100 promos and also 12 months of additional promos. For those of you that aren't maybe creative or you don't have time to think of it, they're all going to be right there. And again, you can literally just take some notes and hand it to someone in your organization if you have someone. And again, some of this is not, it has nothing to do with, creating websites and doing all this work. It could be as simple as having the person on your phones ask one question, or your salesperson doing one step, or on your a bounce back. That's when someone's leaving your store. For those of you that have real world stores, you're putting some type of ad inside of the bag to get them to bounce back, to increase their lifetime values. Some of those have been my most successful ads ever. Is someone that's leaving your business, you give them an offer to come back in. And it could be a scarcity-based one where you're trying to get them back in within the next 14 days. Something quick. Depending on your business model, maybe they don't need your product again for 2 months. But then what you do is you send out a letter right around the time they're running out of your product. You send out a letter to them or an email to them to get them back. So there's certain things that cost no money. It's just setting up a system. And again, most of this stuff I don't do. I have other people doing this for me. You can automate all this stuff. I mentioned earlier, all I do is I log into the emails and I send an email that's already been given to me, sent to me. I just send it out. That's it. I tell them to write what the promotion is. That's it. I have a graphic designer. I go, here's my idea. They make the sign. We pass them out. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do that takes very little time, that costs very little money or even zero money. It might be you tracking how employees are asking questions, just changing their process. All right, let's see here. We did this one. We did this one. Oh, here's one thing I just thought of. I never even mentioned. When you get into the members area, we've got going to have a little graphic in there that tells people about this. But we also have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group. So you're going to be getting those 12 monthly mastermind calls, but you're also going to get a Facebook group where I'm going to be also posting videos and articles, and I'm going to encourage other members to post their success stories. So the power of that mastermind group, of this Facebook group, that alone can spur ideas that can skyrocket your sales. So you're going to also have a part of that. Yeah, I totally never even added that into this presentation. Cool. I paid, and where do I sign up? All right, so after you pay, you're going to go to a next page. On that page, you're going to have a link where you click that, and then you create your account. After you create your account, then bam, you're right inside the members area. If for some reason something went kind of screwy, just send an email, support@jeffdiedrich.com. That's JEFDEDRICK.com, support@jeffdiedrich.com. You can also, on the bottom of my pages, I'll have support, links to support, and even a link to a help desk. So you can always look, at any point. In the members area, there's going to be support, little icons you can click on. You can always get a hold of us in multiple different ways. But if for some reason you didn't get signed up, also jump over and look at your emails. We're going to send that sign up form again to you through an email. And then just make sure you use the same email to sign up that you used when you originally paid. All right, great. All right, somebody's saying, but my business is different. I have had tons of different businesses in my lifetime, and I have seen these hacks work over and over and over and over again. Business is business. You're selling to either a customer, or you're selling to a client, you're selling to another company. You create a product of some type, and you got to sell it. There's universal things that you can use. Granted, each business is different. You may have to tweak different things, but you're always going to be able to do, you're always going to need more traffic, more leads, more customers, and your customers to spend more over time and to get referrals. That's pretty much universal. All right, this seems too good to be true. Sue, seems too good to be true. Well, I'm real, as you saw my crazy costumes. 33 years plus of owning and running my small businesses, an online marketing business. You can do an online search of my name and you will find almost zero negative reviews or comments. I said almost because I used to say zero, but we did have someone that complained in some type of review about my medical weight loss clinic. And we think we're not even sure if it's a past patient because we had no one by that name. And the review also came from Illinois, from a town in Illinois that we don't have anybody from that town because it's so far away. No one travels that far to us. So we don't know who made that one. But if you search, you will basically find zero complaints through my 33 plus years. Someone's asking about bot or messenger traffic. Well, now that's a great example of something that's new, that's been hot the last few months. And we're going to be adding in information on that, the Facebook messaging and how a lot of people are now combining messaging with autoresponders. Autoresponders are getting click-through rates a lot less nowadays. It's not working as well, so they're finding huge success with messenger type marketing. That's a perfect example of that information will be in those additional 12 months promos. They'll also be in our once a month calls, and they'll be in our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, where that's really up to date. I mean, if all of a sudden Facebook changes something big, and their advertising, or Google changes something big, we can be in that group instantly talking about it and coming up with game plans how to make it work for us. All right, I'm on a phone and I can't read all the bonuses I got here late. What are they again? Yeah, I guess this is pretty small. So if you're on a phone, it's going to be tough to read a lot of this stuff. So the bonus one was 100 additional promos. So during the actual 6-week Customer Hacks Masterclass, I go through a ton of different examples. But I then give you an additional 100 videos that break down different promotions in all the different categories. More traffic, more leads, more customers, the visitor value, what they spend on their first visit, lifetime value, and referrals. I give you more ideas and promotions you can copy or model for all of those. There's 100 of those, actually over 100, but I just rounded it off at 100. And then over the course of the next 12 months, bonus 2 is you get additional promos. That'll keep you excited and motivated, and it's always good to have more ideas. The bonus number 3, the personal website review. I will video record, give you a video of me going through your URLs that you send me. So your sales process, send me all your links and I'll go through them. Also, bonus 4 was that 12 monthly mastermind calls. That's where we're going to be getting on a webinar once a month. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. I will record those calls. If you can't make the calls, if you're working or you're across the world and time zones are weird, we will record those and put them right in the members area. And then the last one is the 30-minute one-on-one call. Again, if you go to customerhacks.com/go, if there's no big red bar across the top, then that means it's still available. So someone is saying it is still, looks like it's still available. So yeah, as long as that's not showing, you are good to go. Yeah, the value on that is $2,000. I want to say that I can give you a lot more value. I can, depending on your business, I could in that one call give you $5,000, $10,000 plus of value changes you can make right there. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, we're going to give you the email address where you can send your URL when I do the personal website review. All right, guys. We're running down here. We're down to a minute 37. We're going to be shutting this down when this hits 0. If you know you want this, go to customerhacks, that's with an S.com/go, enter in your information. If anything, if you have any other questions, or if something goes wrong in the sales process, you don't get the URL where you create your account, just support at jeffdedrick.com, jeffdedrick.com. You can also look in the bottom of my pages. I should have a link to some type of either email or help desk down there on pages. In the members area also, you can always ask questions in the members area. All right, I know that this can work in your business because I've personally done it in every business I've owned in the last 33 years. We have got this down to an art of knowing what works and what doesn't work. And we're going to continue to work with you. I welcome all you, the new members, into the Customer Hacks family. We'll be even giving you more bonuses that I've not mentioned on this call. We pretty much shut it off at the 4 bonuses and the extra bonus. All right, guys, that's it. We are down to the end. I want to welcome all the new members in. You're going to be getting more information from me in the members area. You're going to be, I'm going to welcome you into the Facebook group. I really look forward to meeting you guys. If I'm at seminars and conferences, I want to meet you guys. I'm really want to congratulate you on taking this step in your business, and I welcome you to the family. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for spending the last 2 hours with me. I appreciate all you guys, and I look forward to helping you become more successful and get more customers and more sales in your business. Have a great day.